So, 6 weeks on T exactly today, and I guess I'm actually starting to pass a bit now. My voice is definitely in full puberty mode right now. like it's going up and down like fairly crazily. And I never really know when I'm going to be caught in like a really high pitched moment, and it just sounds really awkward. Like I'm trying to like avoid speaking or like speaking like fairly quietly just to avoid it. But then I just end up sounding like a mumbling teenager. And what's happening right now is I've got this fantastic combination of greasy skin and also psoriasis. Because what you really want in skin is grease and flaky skin. It's just fantastic. It's the level up in puberty combos right there. I got my hair cut. I got rid of my fringe completely because I didn't want to encourage like grease on my forehead because I'm doing basically everything I can to avoid getting acne. I'm doing like I've got like all these weird like creams to shove on my face, and doing that thing where you like put cold water all over your face and then pat it off because like cold water is meant to like close your pores and just loads of stuff like that. Because I really don't want acne. What I definitely do not want though is back knee, because back knee combined with a binder is just going to be absolutely disgusting, because it's probably gonna like the binder is gonna be so tight that it's probably gonna like pop the spots and then like ooze all over it and then like crust, and like this is hand wash only, and I cannot be bothered to like wash it like halfway through the day because it's like crusted in back goo. That just doesn't sound pleasant for anyone. Um, yeah, so I get my new shot of testosterone tomorrow. Get stabbed again, which is really cool. I've actually been up visiting my parents, which was kind of it was a bit challenging. Like there's always like family drama, lots of not lots of, but there was tears maybe every other day. And I went to this party like my eldest brother invited me to a party, and I went, and he was like, the way he introduced me was really awkward to begin with. Like, I understand that it's a really awkward situation for him as well to try and deal with. All of his friends are like cisgendered and straight, and I guess it's hard for him to like introduce me as like as this outside force, I guess. I don't know. Because he wants them to be, I assume, like he wants them to be accepting of me and all that kind of stuff. But he got really drunk, and he became more and more like awkward and over the top about it. Like at the beginning, I was trying to be like understanding. Like he would introduce me like this is Tom. This is my brother Tom. Used to be my sister birth name, but now it's Tom, not birth name, Tom, and just like kept repeating that over and over. And I made jokes about it. Like I tried to go along with it, but then later in the night, like I don't know, like when people find out you're trans and you're introduced as like trans, and that's like the only thing that's the fun fact that you're introduced with. Hey, this is my friend Tom and he's transgender. You basically just get questions about being trans. So I got loads of really awkward drunk questions, which quite often start, continue, and end with the repeated sentence. If I'm being rude, just like stop me. Like if I'm just asking something rude, or if I'm asking too many questions, just stop me. And yeah, it just becomes really awkward. But then someone brought up the topic of gender neutral toilets, I didn't, like, at all. I was just talking about normal shit. And someone brought up the topic of gender neutral toilets, and my brother was like, well, it seems like a lot of effort to build gender neutral toilets for this small percent of the population. So I was like, yeah, well, so are disabled toilets, really. He was like, yeah, but people don't choose to be disabled. And I was like, okay. Just get out of my mind for a second, realize he's not used to these situations. And I was like, being transgender isn't a choice. Like, I don't choose to be this way. It's either this way or, like, kill myself. I'm not choosing this. And then he went on this big rant about how it was a choice and I was making a choice. And it wasn't a bad choice, but I was still making a choice. And he was just ranting and ranting at me. And I was just standing there like, oh, whatever, man. And his friends were like telling him to like shut up and that he was being a dick to me. And then at the end he was like, you agree with me, right? And I was like, no, not at all. And I was like, it's kind of like, I was trying to explain, like, it's a touchy subject, and I don't really appreciate you like ranting at me about that. And you're like, well, if you're going to be paranoid and oversensitive about it, I'm just not going to talk to you. So then I just like put down my pint and wandered off and walked back to my parents, and that was that. And he seemed really pissed at me about it, like I was being oversensitive. I just really didn't want to be in the situation. It was just really awkward, and I didn't really like confrontation to begin with, and I didn't really like it, so I left. That was fun. But overall, things with my family were pretty okay. Like, they're getting better. Like, they still don't think I'm trans, and they don't think it's the right thing for me. But at least they're not trying to, like, commit me to hospital and not writing any more letters to my gender clinic or anything like that. So yeah, fairly positive note. Yeah, I think that's it. Signing off.